Hello everybody and welcome to my Smackdown review. Pretty much the fallout from Money in the Bank last Sunday. A lot going on through this whole pandemic show as we get through this empty arena phase. I don't think I need to keep saying that, but hey, the pandemic continues, folks, in this stage of the game. But yes, SmackDown tonight, we do kick it off with Miz and Morrison for Miz TV, as their guest tonight was going to be Otis, who won the Money in the Bank last Sunday. Pretty much they called out Otis, who pretty much had the Money in the Bank briefcase with him, and Otis was going to sit in a chair, but it basically broke, so he stood and talked. Miz pretty much asked him about his victory, probably the most important one in his career. Otis says that's the most biggest accomplishment, and winning the heart of his peach, Mandy Rose. Pretty much Morris says, you must, how'd you get that anyway? How did you get a girl like Mandy? Okay, you must have had something going on. What did you had some meat packing in the sack right there. I see a lot of meat packing down there in the sack. But as we pretty much asked questions more, Otis pretty much said that he has some Rolaids and some Gas X and bratwurst in the briefcase for later. Next thing you know, they start showing baby pictures of Otis when he was a little kid. And pretty much Otis said he was the biggest thing to ever come out of his mom. Next thing you know, Ms. Morrison started talking about his mom. And then, like, so how'd you get out of that? Man, that must have been a hard push. They showed more photos of him being like a fat kid growing up. Pretty much, you know, Otis said, you know, he was not good in school and everything, but his mom was always there to help support him. And, you know, pretty much, you know, always helped him get into sports, basically, and wrestling, which, you know, that's where he is right now. So, Otis, you know, basically, you know, he thanked his mom and everything, and how he just wanted to become a wrestler. And next thing you know, Miz kept talking about, listen, I don't know believe how some clumsy, sweaty mama's boy buffoon here became the Money in the Bank winner and got the hot girl also. How, Miz says. Miz pretty much, listen, you are one step away from becoming Universal Champion. I was once Money in the Bank winner, all right? And you could be the face of SmackDown. And pretty much he wondered where Tucker was, because it's going to be a tag team match right now. But Otis said Tucker has had a case of dysentery from the Oregon Trail, so Tucker is not here. Then again, I've been kind of questioning where it's been Tucker for the past few weeks when you think about it. And Miz pretty much said he was a joke, and I hope you can find a partner tonight, because you're going to need it. You're going to need it and everything. So yeah, Otis has to go find a partner for later on in the main event. This segment was whatever. Miz TV is Miz TV, but I don't really care. Just, it's Miz TV. Alright, and Miz and Morrison, it's like they tried to be funny and they couldn't do it. Otis half the time was okay, but he looked lost when talking around and whatnot, which I don't know what they were trying to do, go off a real history of here, because of how he grew up and everything to where he is now, and it's just like a lot of fat jokes, a lot of mom jokes. Basically, the easiest thing you can mostly come up with Otis is just making fat jokes about him. So it does go into a tag team match later on tonight, but we'll get into that soon enough. But Miz TV is just Miz TV, so it's not much you can really say from that. But also, they had the bracket for the Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn has had to give up the Intercontinental title due to him not being on the show. Then again, it's some guys that are well, I guess I can't say there's guys that are champion that they've had to strip the belt away from him. But Sami Zayn has not been on TV. Honestly, the last time I even saw Sami Zayn was at WrestleMania when he defended the Intercontinental title. So yeah, we haven't seen him in that long. And now, since there's a tournament, the matches that they had in the bracket were Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus, Drew Gulak versus Daniel Bryan, Elias versus Corbin, and AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, they did kind of go over why AJ Styles is in this tournament. I have not looked at the video that is online for it, but this is the only title that AJ Styles has not captured in the WWE, and he wants that. He wants that title now, so it's been kind of bypassing him. So that's why he's on SmackDown, even though he is on Raw. But due to this whole brand invitation thing or whatnot, that's why AJ Styles is in this tournament. And I guess we will get a I know it's not really going to mean much, but I guess a Wrestle Kingdom / WrestleMania rematch with AJ Styles and Nakamura. But we do kick off this tournament with Corbin there, a guy that gets way too much TV time, and I guess he's going to be on Raw this Monday, versus Elias. Match I feel like that went kind of long. It was okay, but I looked at it, it took up a lot of time, for almost over 15 minutes. The biggest thing I could say from this was Corbin was about to pick up the win. He did get the choke slam on him and whatnot. But he took Corbin and he took Elias's guitar, smashed it into the turnbuckle, and next thing you know, Elias hits a big running knee and then rolls up Corbin for the win. So, I feel like this match went on kind of long. It was okay, but I feel like it just went over too much time. You know, it's funny, they got Drew calling out Corbin this week to come on here on Monday, but now Corbin loses in a tournament, so why is he still facing the WWE Champion on Monday? I have zero clue, because he now just lost to Elias, and, you know, because Elias did stop Corbin last Sunday from winning Money in the Bank, and now I guess he beat him tonight, where you know, I guess he moves on in the Intercontinental title, I guess. But, I don't know, man. It's a match I didn't really want to see. Corbin is Corbin, so it's whatever. You'll see him on Monday. Probably see him next week in some type of big push, or I don't know, man. Whatever they push Corbin with, I have zero clue at this point. But Elias moves on to the tournament, so there you go. Otis was still looking for a partner and didn't know what to do. Mandy Rose pretty much says, why don't you go as Braun Strowman? And pretty much said that she was a genius and gave her a kiss for walking off. They didn't show the hacker of the WWE, the Sami Callihan wannabe right here. We all know who did that gimmick first. It's still Mustafa Ali given by the lights, and I guess they showed on the monitors, and it's almost like Callahan said, I see everything, I see you. So basically what Callahan says right now, I see everything. So there you go. But after that, Otis walked out to Braun Strowman, wanted to be his partner tonight. Strowman says, listen, I know how this is going to work, okay? You're going to try to take me out and cash in on me, all right? So you can't really do it, because the minute I'm down, you'll just set me up. But Otis says, listen, I just need a partner for the tag team tonight, all right? Nothing to do with Money in the Bank. And Strowman says, listen, I know well how this game is played. But you did have balls to come up and ask me that question. So he'll think about it later on tonight. So at least Strowman's not tagging with this guy for nothing. Because why even try to tag with him if he's the champion? You could easily cash in on him. So he knows what's going on at least. Naomi went against Dana Brooke. A match I just feel like I've seen before and didn't really care. Surprisingly, Naomi loses again to Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke ended up just, you know, sitting on her after a sunset flip, and Dana Brooke won. I don't know. They've been giving Dana Brooke a lot of wins lately, so I guess we'll see what comes from that, but I'm not sure much. Charlotte came out next. I'm sure a lot of people are sick of seeing Charlotte on TV since she's now on Raw, NXT, and Smackdown now. But Charlotte pretty much says, why am I on Smackdown? I'm the hardest working woman in this industry right now. How is it possible that I'm all on 3 brands, huh? See, the numbers have crunched, and, you know, people want more of Charlotte, okay? Fox pretty much says, you know, she's 5'10", blonde, her last name is Flair, and she's surprised there isn't a giant photo of her in the Performance Center with all the title wins to inspire everybody to work harder. So, yes, we got more Charlotte gloating about herself. Some of that sounds like a shoot, by the way. But Bayley came out then pretty much saying, listen, no one cares, all right? You know, I would say it's nice to see you here, but, you know, I'm a role model now, and I don't have to lie. And that the Fox execs must just love blondes, and, you know, you're Ric Flair's kid and everything. And pretty much Sasha just started doing a whole bunch of woos. You expect that to happen. And Sasha pretty much talked about how Bayley has beaten Charlotte 2 times before the title. And, you know, pretty much that Bayley is the first ever Grand Slam champion. But Charlotte pretty much says, listen, first time I was unconscious, you beat me. Second time is when you got that weird looking haircut and this new look, and you beat me. But pretty much Bayley went on to say, listen, go back to NXT and, you know, just help out the younger talent and whatnot. Or go back to the Raw and beat Liv Morgan as many times as you like. I don't care, she says. And Bayley pretty much said that her and Sasha are role models now, so get the hell out of my ring right now. But Charlotte says some things never change. Pretty much says Sasha made you relevant when she battled you for the NXT Women's Championship. And now she's keeping you relevant right now, since you're the SmackDown Women's Champion. And pretty much Charlotte talked to Sasha saying, listen, me and you have main evented Raws and pay-per-views together several times. That you're the boss and the blueprint. But do you want to be content by being Bayley's lackey for the rest of your career? Charlotte pretty much told him to cut Bayley's mic off so she could talk. And let's let Sasha talk. But Bayley cut off Sasha, saying, you will not understand the friendship we have. Saying that to Charlotte. And Charlotte says, listen, I'd be happy to come back and fight. But she had a question for Sasha. Are you just going to sit there and be her lackey? And be an afterthought as she left. So, Charlotte versus Bayley. I won't be till next week. But this wasn't that bad. I'm sure people are just sick of seeing Charlotte on every show in general. But, having Charlotte pretty much try to come out and break up Sasha and Bayley wasn't that bad. Since they've been trying to do this whole Sasha and Bayley storyline. And, Sasha not getting a chance to talk and Bayley talking over and Charlotte bringing in facts in to, go off history and everything if, Sasha could just stand there or do something about it. So, this was not that bad of a segment, I'll say. I'm sure people don't want to see Charlotte and Bayley because I think we all know how that's going to go, but this was not bad despite how you feel about her being on all three shows. So, not a bad segment. Next, we got the Forgotten Sons, who had a promo saying the following does not reflect on the WWE, but on the Forgotten Sons. As Gunner there pretty much talked about how they served, they served their country to fight what they believed in. But when they got home, they got shunned and cast away, and saying we were mentally ill. And instead of being welcomed back with open arms and everything, we're gonna bring in the closed fist. Okay. The Forgotten Sons, I guess, I don't even know what the Forgotten Sons are going with this, but obviously what they are right now are disgruntled Marines after, fighting in a war and not getting the praise and recognition like other Marines do, I guess, with some parade or just the respect or something like that. I'm not in the military, so I don't really know, but basically they are disgruntled veterans after fighting, in the war, mostly Gunner because he is a Marine, but, he wasn't a Marines, but, Blake and Cutler, I have zero clue about, but, it's like, you've been fighting in a war, which I don't even know if it's still going on at this point, but they're mad, and I guess, since they're mentally ill, I guess that's PTSD if you want to go with that. So they're just coming back to fight everybody instead of getting the respect and recognition they deserve. They've been casted away after being in the military fighting for the country. So I don't know where this is going, but like I said, let's see what they do on the main roster. But I just don't care about the Forgotten Sons in general, so I don't know much more I can say from that. They talked to Strowman about tonight, as Strowman says he's not going to fall for Otis's this game, you know what's going on here tonight, as Renee Young also talked to Miz Morrison, saying they're not going to fall for this also. And they did their little Miz Morrison thing. The best match probably on this show was Drew Gulak versus Daniel Bryan. Very mat-based, very technical style. I enjoyed this match. This was really good to watch. I liked it. I did like when Bryan went for that running knee and then Gulak hit him like a sunset bomb and kind of almost in midair or whatnot, taking him to the ground. This was very good. I actually like this match, and pretty much Gulak went for the Gulak on him, but Bryan pretty much went into a yes lock then right after. But after that, Bryan pretty much twisted up Gulak's leg after doing a dragon screw, which looked deadly, and then put him in a heel hook for the win. They talked to Bryan after, saying that the Intercontinental title is a very prestigious belt. And he was forced to relinquish that belt many years ago when he had to retire for the second time. Well, I shouldn't say the second time, but that's before he had to retire for real that time and give up the Intercontinental Championship. And he always wanted to make that, that title, the title of the champion of Smackdown. And he would defend it every week of all corners of the world and whatnot to prove that he's the best wrestler in the world. And he shook hands with Gulak after that. So, once again, Bryan kind of still getting ahead of Gulak right here. I feel like Gulak's going to turn on him sooner or later. But, this was a very good match between Gulak and Bryan. Very enjoyable. I liked it a lot. So good. They then went to Sonya Deville and Dolph Ziggler backstage. Sonya Deville pretty much talked about everything she said she was going to do to Mandy, she's been doing. She's going to humiliate her and her boyfriend next week. That the only thing good about Mandy Rose is just her good looks because she's blonde and pretty. But eventually that's all going to be over. She's going to be barefoot, pregnant, in a trailer somewhere with Otis, pretty much handing a beer to him. I'm like, could you get the beer? I couldn't do the country accent, but could you get the beer? Could you get the beer? Have a whole bunch of kids or whatnot and say, hey, if you want to live the life you want, you can go do that, okay? But listen, I'm not done with you yet, alright? Because I'm the winner around here. So you need to go home, get your gear, get your big girl panties on, and come back and fight. Because I belong in this ring. So we'll see you next week, bitch. Ziggler just stood there. Sonya Deville gets better and better on promos every week. I will say that. That's like the third or fourth one I heard. And she sounds really good. Alright, so the more I will say, Sonya Deville's promos are getting more and more better every week. And this was another one too. So good stuff from her. Ziggler just stood there. So at least they, you know, kind of hyped up that tag match. But in the main event, we got Miz and Morrison versus Otis and Strowman, who actually came out for this match. Not much I can say from this. Otis and Strowman got the win. Morrison tried to fight off Strowman at the end after hopping on one leg in a way. He pretty much tried to come back on Strowman. Probably was going to go for like a tornado DDT, but Strowman caught him and hit him with a power slam. But right after Mandy Rose's, you know, porn music hit then. As Mandy came out, Strowman was pretty much looking as, you know, Otis was dancing in the ring. But then next thing you know, he's about to sneak up on Strowman. But Strowman caught him and pretty much, you know, give him a fist pump and hug Mandy as the show closed right after. And it was done. So, yeah, the tag match was whatever. Come on, Otis trying to cash in on Strowman. We all know where that was going to go. So, that's not going to happen. I'm sure not anytime soon. I'm almost surprised we didn't get The Fiend trying to stalk Strowman tonight. But I guess that's going to be waited for a later date or probably next week or whatever. But a lot of Otis on the show tonight. I will say that. They had a lot about Otis on here. Like I said, just being in the main event, and but then again, giving Otis a lot from the beginning of the show, main event, throughout the show, looking for a partner and everything. So he was on the show tonight. The Intercontinental title tournament, that's been good too. Mostly, I just like Bryan and Gulak. That was a really good match. Corbin and Elias was just kind of, you know, whatever. Dana Brooke, I guess they're giving wins for God knows whatever reason. Charlotte being on here was actually alright, just given with Bayley and Sasha with the promo, so that actually wasn't that bad. Sonya Deville's promo was good also. So, a couple good things here on SmackDown, so not really much to talk about, honestly, in this show. But, hey, you gotta take what you can get during these times right now, alright? So, hey, man, trust me, I wear a mask every day. I'm not wearing them now I'm doing this video, but, I wear a mask when I leave. I'm sure everybody does, and, you know, some gloves or whatnot. But, hey, I'm not going to talk about pandemic right now, because I would have a lot of opinions to say about this whole thing. Maybe I should do a video about that, about, I don't know, maybe stuff's kind of open a little bit too soon. But, hey, that's a conversation saved for another date. But, other than that, SmackDown was, you know, it's whatever. It was okay. A couple parts they had here and there I kind of liked alright, but the rest of it just kind of like either dragged or just kind of went on and on and on and just whatever. So that's SmackDown for you.
It was okay at its most points for whatever they showed, or mostly they could just play stuff on Raw, or just talk about Becky's pregnancy for the 1000th time. But yeah, that's my review of SmackDown tonight.
But yeah, that's my review of SmackDown tonight, because trust me, they had a very detailed video package over the Becky thing, which was not bad, but we don't need to keep talking about it that many times. They talked about it way too many times on Raw every 15 minutes. But hey, that's my review of SmackDown. Comment, subscribe, tell me what you think about that show. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. And we got a lot more coming throughout the week. You check out any other review that's out right now. So I'm out of here. See you guys later. And stay safe. Peace.